LeBron James and Steph Curry are two of the top players in the NBA, and they have the accolades and riches to prove it. But who lives the more luxurious life? Let's get into it. Hey guys, I'm Devin Howard. To stay up to date with me, find me on Instagram at Devin Howard, and to stay up to date on your favorite athletes, subscribe and tap the bell. LeBron and Steph are some of the most highly regarded athletes, and they both seem to have good business savvy. Their careers as athletes and their non-basketball related business ventures have allowed them both to accumulate a large sum of cash in their bank accounts. So let's talk about their lavish AF lifestyles. Forbes estimates LeBron James's net worth to be $450 million, a little over half of which comes from his career, and then the rest can be attributed to his entrepreneurial spirit and good investments. Let's talk about some of the ways he's made his money. For one, his first Nike deal was worth more than $100 million, including bonuses and royalties. And then in late 2015, he signed another lifetime deal with Nike that will pay out at least $1 billion. His signature Nike shoe was the best seller among active NBA players and helped drop some coins into his pockets. He has an equity stake in Beats Electronics and cashed in when Apple paid $3 billion for the headphones in 2014. He received a small stake in the soccer club Liverpool. The value of the club has grown from $552 million in 2011 to $1.9 billion, meaning LeBron cashed in on the minority share. He was also an investor in Blaze Pizza and abandoned a $15 million deal from McDonald's to pursue his pizza endeavors. It is the fastest growing restaurant chain ever, and the value of the investment has soared from $1 million to $25 million. He also is a co-owner of Unknown, a sneaker and designer clothing retailer. On top of that, he has paved his own path in the entertainment industry. He has his own HBO show and production company and is currently producing Space Jam 2, which will certainly bring in dough. So let's talk about some of the ways LeBron chooses to spend his dollars. We know he has a lot of them. Let's start off with cars. He and Dwayne Wade have matching Porsches. He also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom with TVs in the seats. He bought his mom a Porsche for her birthday, which is a very generous gift, and he got his wife a Ferrari Testarossa. He's also known to have an impressive collection of cars like the Ferrari F430 Spider. He also has a custom Lamborghini. It's wrapped to match a pair of sneakers he created, so casual. He owns a Maybach 57S. It costs $370,000 and gets just 10 miles to the gallon. So is it efficient? Absolutely not. Is it awesome? 100%. He owns another Mercedes Maybach S600, which is one of the highest rated luxury vehicles in the world. LeBron's car collection boasts a couple of Ferraris like the Ferrari 599 and the Ferrari 458, which he reportedly uses as his daily driver. And then to round out his ultra-luxury cars, he also has a Bentley Continental GT. LeBron obviously likes top-of-the-line vehicles, but that doesn't mean he can't appreciate a good old standard car. His collection also has some pretty average vehicles like the orange Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, a 1975 Chevy Impala, a Dodge Challenger SRT, a Range Rover, a Hummer, a Kia, which is reportedly what LeBron drives to work, and finally, a Chevy Camaro. Let's talk about that Kia for a second. It really surprised me when I found out LeBron owned one of those, but let's get one thing straight. It is anything but your average Kia. The wheels have his own custom logo. It's decked out with all the amenities and add-ons, so despite being an average car, it's definitely pretty spectacular. Now on to his house. LeBron's properties are another marker of his outrageous success. When he joined the Miami Heat, he bought a multi-million-dollar home and sold it for a $4 million profit. He also owns a 30,000 square foot home in Ohio. He celebrated Thanksgiving there with his whole team. And then in 2017, he purchased a $23 million palatial property in LA that has 10 bedrooms and an Onyx bar. Even though the home is gorgeous, he needed to change it up a bit by adding a basketball court, an indoor wine tap, and a pizza oven. He also updated the movie theater and the pool. So basically, it's like a hotel with an Italian pizza restaurant and winery and movie theater all in one. Must be nice. LeBron also reportedly spends $1.5 million a year just taking care of his body. He does that by doing cryotherapy, which is when you step in a chamber that exposes your body to temperatures lower than -200 degrees. He also employs a former Navy SEAL who serves as his biomechanist. In addition to that, he works with a recovery coach, personal chefs, and masseuses, all to make sure his bod is in tip-top shape. In his home, he has a full gym, an ice tub, and a hot tub. He uses all of these amenities to make sure he's able to reach his full potential on the court. His former teammate Mike Miller said, quote, "Where a lot of people don't do it, he puts a lot of money behind taking care of his body. A lot of people think it's a big expense, but that big expense has allowed him to make a lot more money for a long period of time." LeBron has plans to continue his NBA career for at least almost another decade. He has said in the past that it's one of his dreams to play against his son in the NBA, high school freshman Bronny James Jr. So in order to do that, he's got to spend that $1.5 million. It's just as important to LeBron to keep his body functioning well as it is to keep it looking good, which is why he uses one of the most exclusive tattoo artists in the country, Bang Bang Tattoos in New York City. Bang Bang charges a minimum of $500 per hour. He's the preferred artist for celebrities like Rihanna, Justin Bieber, and Katy Perry. And he doesn't just treat himself to luxuries, he also purchased his wife a $300,000 engagement ring. $300,000. That's the price of a house in some cities. Their wedding was a 3-day affair followed by an Italian honeymoon and a stay in Greece. When you work as hard as LeBron, it's okay to reward yourself with little treats. So for us normal people, we might splurge on a nice pair of shoes or a massage, but for LeBron, he buys himself luxury vehicles and gifts his family extravagant presents. But he's also extremely charitable and has donated his time, energy, and money to a variety of worthwhile causes. He started the LeBron James Family Foundation, which pledges to pay for as many as 2,300 kids to go to college. So far, over 1,000 children are already in the program. The foundation alone could cost him $41 million, but it's money well spent as it's life-changing for kids who may not have had the opportunity to receive a college education. The I Promise program also opened up a brand new public school in LeBron's hometown of Akron, Ohio, that is specifically made for at-risk children. It'll provide schooling for close to 1,000 kids from 1st grade to 8th grade. He called this project the most important project of his entire career. It's obvious he's not doing any of it for the brownie points. He truly cares. And on top of all of that, he gave $2.5 million to Muhammad Ali's exhibit at the Smithsonian. Education is LeBron's passion, which is why he's been so willing to pour millions into making sure children are getting the attention they need in order to be successful in school. If you ask me, I'd say LeBron knows how to handle his money. He's made some strategic career moves and investments, which has resulted in him accumulating millions. He also knows how to use his money wisely in a way that benefits the greater good. His donations and organizations prove that. Even though he's amassed a tremendous net worth, LeBron is also known as the cheapest guy in the NBA. Sure, he has a nice house and fancy cars and a very comfortable lifestyle, but when it comes to frivolous spending, he doesn't do it. For example, the NBA All-Star won't use his phone when it's not on Wi-Fi, so he literally doesn't buy cellular data. He also refuses to purchase any apps on his phone and won't upgrade his Pandora to a premium account. Luckily, when Pandora heard about this, they just gifted him a free subscription to their premium service, so that means no more commercials and ads in between songs. When he was on the Heat, he was also spotted biking to games instead of driving to save money on gas and also give his body a good cardio warm-up before hitting the court. It might seem ridiculous that a guy like LeBron is pinching pennies, but you know what they say, rich people don't get rich by spending money. Warren Buffett, the famous billionaire investor, has said that LeBron is, quote, savvy, he's smart about financial matters. It's amazing to me the maturity he exhibits. All right, well, now that we've gone over LeBron's lavish lifestyle, let's talk about Steph Curry. Steph has a net worth of $90 million. His salary in 2018 was $40 million, but like LeBron, he makes sure he has multiple streams of income to line his pockets with cash. He signed a deal with Under Armour worth $4.5 million a year. In 2015, he extended that deal to 2024 and now has an ownership stake in the business. A $4.5 million endorsement deal is huge, but not nearly as big as it could have been. Other NBA stars have sportswear deals that range from $300 million to $1 billion, like LeBron's deal with Nike. That ownership stake, though, that's what'll get him the big bucks. In fact, an analyst analyst at Morgan Stanley estimates that Curry's value to Under Armour could be more than $14 billion. His shoe, the Curry 1, also reportedly helped drive Under Armour past Adidas in sales. Beyond that, Steph is linked with numerous companies. He's done deals with Apple, State Farm, Degree, and is a brand ambassador for Express Menswear. In 2015, he signed a 3-year endorsement deal with Brita and added 2 more years to his contract with Degree. He also signed a multi-year deal with JP Morgan Chase, and in 2017, he started working with Infinity. He also partnered with Press Play and Vivo, which has allowed him to become the face of basketball in China. He co-founded a startup company called Slice. The goal of the company is to change how celebrities utilize social media tools and help them sort through all the noise in an efficient manner. So he's got cash flowing in from a variety of places. In fact, analysts estimate that even if Steph's endorsements and royalties don't increase and simply stay at $35 to $40 million a year, that on top of his salary from the Warriors, he'll make close to $400 million through the 2021-2022 season. In other words, he's not hurting for cash. So what's he do with all that money? Well, back in 2015, he reportedly bought a $3.2 million hillside home in San Francisco. He, like LeBron, also enjoys collecting luxury cars. He used to drive a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, but has been spotted driving a Porsche Panamera to games. He also is the proud owner of a Tesla Model X. He uses the all-electric vehicle to drive around his family. He has a red 911 GT3 RS, Cadillac Escalade, an Infiniti Q50, a Kia Sorento, and a Range Rover Sport. He has made some valuable real estate investments, purchasing and selling property all across the Bay Area. In 2017, he and Aisha lived in a mansion in Alamo. The home had 5 beds, 10 baths, and over 10,000 square feet on the estate. They recently sold that one for $6.3 million. And back in 2013, he lived in a luxurious Oakland penthouse with expansive views of the city. Later, he purchased an 8,000 square foot hillside home in Walnut Creek, and in 2016, he listed his home in Orinda for $3.9 million. The Currys will probably be moving to San Francisco with the Warriors, so I'm sure they'll buy something lavish and beautiful there soon. But also like LeBron, Steph uses his wealth for good and has gotten involved in a number of notable causes. He partnered with the United Nations Nothing But Nets campaign in 2012 and has used various methods to distribute mosquito nets to protect families across Africa from malaria. He visited Tanzania in 2013 and handed nets out to parents, children, and refugees. He also donated 3 nets for every one of the 1,543 three-pointers he made from 2012 to 2017. That was a total of 4,635 nets distributed. He also donated a net for each of the 15,000 pairs of Under Armour's shoes sold in the US and China over a 3-day period. He partnered with Thanks USA to help military families pay for college, and since 2010, he has raised $200,000 for 60 college scholarships for military families. He also hosted golf tournaments from 2011 through 2014 that raised $150,000. And beyond that, he asked his friends to donate to Thanks USA instead of give gifts when he and Aisha got married in 2011. That all amounted to another $10,000. He handed over $25,000 when he won the NBA's Community Assist Award in 2014 and had his sponsor Degree give $10,000 after winning his first regular season MVP award in 2015 and another $5,000 in 2016. But that's not all. Curry also tutored and read to students at the Ada Jenkins Center and also hosted a celebrity golf tournament that raised $210,000 for the educational center. And he put $10,000 towards Colin Kaepernick's $1 million pledge, which the former NFL quarterback matched. Steph worked with My Brother's Keeper, a program Obama started that helps Black youth with mentorship and financial support. And he donated $150,000 to Brotherhood Crusade, which serves more than 3,000 at-risk youth in South Los Angeles with mentoring and literacy. Steph Curry has put his dollar to good use, and his charitable work extends far and wide. He's a truly remarkable guy. LeBron and Steph have both earned their positions at the top of NBA history, not just because of their skill on the court, but also because of how much they help other people. These two athletes totally deserve the lifestyles they've built for themselves. Who do you think leads the more luxurious life? Is it LeBron in his Hollywood mansion with his garage full of cars, or Steph in his sprawling estates in Northern California? Sound off in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and tap the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for tuning in with me on on the Fumble, everyone. I'm Devin Howard, and I'll see you later.